Okay, hi again. One of the viewers called and they saw this the last time and they all wanted to know how it was built, the ones that called. So we're going to show you how it was built this morning so you can actually see it built in process and know how to do it. Okay, we're going to show you how to build this table now. I call it a lazy man's table just because I can put the fireplace up on here and sit it down on the ground. I don't have to bend over and mess with the fire. This isn't obviously something that you would build if you was on a survival trip. I use it for long-term camping sites. Anytime I go on a long-term trip, I'll build it, and I've got one up to a pond I go to, and it's been there for several years now. I rebuilt it a couple of times, but all you do is get a couple of crotch sticks, 4 crotch sticks like you see right here, and get some longer sticks that's under here, and put the long sticks in the crotch sticks, and then you take these sticks like this, the short ones, and lay it right across. And by the way, this is good eating. You can eat this, and sometimes I'll put it in and I make tea with it. I love tea, whether it's pine tea or reindeer moss or whatever, but you can put it in tea and have tea with it, and it's nice and hot at that point, and you can eat this at the same time. So you can do a lot with it, from brushing your teeth to starting fires and anything else, a lot of things you can do. Okay, this is another thing too. The deer love this stuff. When they find this stuff, it's just like a magnet. It draws them to it, and they'll sit there and eat the moss as much as they can. So you're hunting for deer or whatever, and you find this stuff, generally you'll find some deer around. Okay, again, what I was talking about a while ago, whenever I'm going through the woods, I always look for things that I can use. And this cedar tree, I just stumbled across it when I found the blowdown. And so you take the cedar back off the tree like that, and this is wet, but you take it, let it dry out, and you crumble that like this here. Okay, this cedar back is the inner back is even better than the outer back because it kind of holds together a little bit better and makes a softer bird's nest. But another reason I wanted to bring this up is because popple trees are fabulous for this. If you find an old popple tree lying down, when you find it, it's lighter colored like that, but it strings off and is better than cedar for making a bird's nest like you would for a kind of like that to make bow drill fires or whatever, or any kind of fire. Grow like that.
So it must be like a disease or something?
I don't know why. Birds use them for nests and squirrels and what have you, but they're wonderful for making fires, and so I always, anytime I go anywhere, I'm gathering stuff, I'll gather it and hang on to it for building a fire.
That's a good thing.
Okay, this is reindeer moss. Comes off of fir trees. You find it hanging off of fir trees. And I use this for helping building fires, especially a bow drill fire, which we'll show you next summer. Holds the coals in it good. And another thing it's good for is turn it around and you can brush your teeth. If you're out in the wild, just brush your teeth like that. It's one of the best ways of brushing your teeth I know.
Wow, look at that.
Okay. See, you take that little bird's nest and put it in here. You get some birch back on it like that. Put more back on it and stuff it underneath the teepee. And you've got a fire.
I'll be darned. I've heard about that for years, but I've never seen it.
Well, there.
Man, that's neat.
Okay, you want to keep warm in this thing. People are a little bit afraid of a fire, but you can have a little small fire in it. It doesn't have to be very big. A candle will keep you warm, but you don't always have a candle with you. Build a little small fire in there with you. It isn't going to burn the thing down if you keep it down small like you ought to. And it won't smoke you out as long as you put a pole down through the roof. You make kind of a chimney affair so it looks almost like a teepee the Native Americans used to have. And that lets the smoke go right out through the top of it so you're comfortable and you're warm and you got a sweet place to live. Okay, I'm going to explain this thing to you now. You can't see it much except for the outside, so I'm going to explain it to you. We're going to go around and get in it, and then I'm going to take part of the top off so you can see the inside. Okay, now this stick right here is so I can wiggle it around when I'm inside the hut, and if it snows or whatever, I can keep this thing going like that and keep a hole open for air. I also can keep it going so I can have smoke come out and have a small fire. Now what I've done here is I dug down in the snow about 4 feet till I come right to ground level. Once I get to 4 feet, I went around and found some old dead logs, and I put them on like you would a log house and built it up another foot or two. And after that, I covered it with boughs, as you see here. Got boughs all over it, and because it snowed since then too, and I put some snow on it. I use my snowshoes to do that. Just throw snow on the top of it, and so we have it that way so you're nice and tight and warm and dry.